guys, and welcome to my 35-week pregnancy update. I am filming outside in Colorado in January, which seems really strange, and it actually is a little chilly, but Lincoln is taking his nap, and I don't want to disturb that, so I hope there's not too much extraneous noise. There is a school bus coming literally right now after I said that. Okay. So this week, baby boy is the size of a kid's backpack, which is supposed to be 18 to 19 inches long and about 5 to 6 pounds. I did have an ultrasound this week that said that his head is in the 98th percentile. So basically his head is already measuring at 40 weeks, about 5 weeks ahead of where it's supposed to be, which is super comforting. And his torso is smaller, only about the 75th percentile, and he has really long legs. So his body weight isn't really going to be that excessive, but just like Lincoln, his head is pretty big. So got that to look forward to. This week, the baby is eating his Lanugo and Vernix. Yay! So he can make his first poop. Glorious. The Lanugo is the little soft, fine hair that covers their body while they're still inside the womb. And the vernix is that like waxy white substance. So Lincoln didn't have really any of that left when he was born since he was so late, but if this one's a little earlier, maybe I'll get to see some of it. I don't know. I've also been reading some really interesting things about brain development in the final weeks, and it's crazy. Just the difference between like 37 and 39 weeks makes such a big difference in their brain development. So we're really hoping that this baby stays in until at least like February 7th or so. That would be ideal for brain development. Another interesting feature for this baby is that their fingernails in week 35 are reaching the end of their fingertips. And I remember earlier in pregnancy, I just had this aha moment that freaked me out where I was like, wait, if babies scratch their faces when they're born, does that mean they were scratching your uterus? And then I was like, oh wait, okay, the amniotic sac is a thing. But maybe that's what causes people's waters to break sometimes, you know? I don't know, maybe that's possible. Could be little baby fingernails scratching it. As far as I go this week, I did have another appointment, and I mentioned last time that we had some blood work that just needed to be checked up on, and all of that came back completely normal. So not worried about HELP or really low iron or anything like that anymore. Everything is looking good, which is comforting. One of the most annoying symptoms the last 2 weeks is swollen feet. Holy crap, they were so bad for a while there. But it was weird, just when I was finally like, okay, this isn't going to get any better, I'm just going to have to deal with swollen feet for another month, it randomly fixed itself, and I cannot figure out if I was doing anything differently, or nothing I did seemed to change it. It just kind of suddenly got better. They were really bad for a few days there though, and it was not comfortable, it was not fun, I felt like I couldn't really walk around, it was bleh. But they're better now, which is great. Even just within the last week, I've felt a big difference in how tired I am and how slow I move, and I feel like I'm waddling more. It's annoying, but I think that's just where I am in pregnancy. I'm just in the last month. It's going to be hard to move. And going along with that, I haven't mentioned rolling over in bed for a while because it actually has gotten a lot better. But within the last 2 weeks, it is noticeably worse again. It used to be my pelvic bone that was the issue with rolling over, but now it's my actual belly. Like, if I wake up in the middle of the night and need to roll over, it's my ab muscles that are screaming at me. And I think a lot of the times, I think that's because a Braxton Hicks contraction wakes me up, and I don't realize that that's why I woke up. I think I just need to roll over. So then I try to roll over while having a Braxton Hicks contraction, and that's what makes it hurt really bad. So I try to make sure that that's not happening before I roll over, but I'm a pretty deep sleeper and I don't really wake up very much when I roll over, so I don't realize that's what's going on until it's already too late and I'm in a lot of pain. So looking forward to that being over. I also am having pain in the arch of my left foot. I think it's just from the fact that I've gained quite a bit of weight and There's more stress on that area than usual. So basically I just have to make sure I wear shoes more of the time, especially shoes with arch support. I can't just walk around barefoot all the time, which is fine. I don't mind wearing shoes and socks. It would be torture for Matt, but it's fine for me. But it's hard to remember until it starts hurting. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I need to be wearing shoes. Speaking of weight gain, give you a little update on that. I would like to be able to use the holidays as an excuse, but I gained this much with Lincoln too before the holidays. And actually I think I've technically gained more this time because I started out at a lower weight with this pregnancy. So I'm around 45 pounds that I've gained now, and I have 4 more weeks to go. So that's exciting. I know some women, their weight gain slows down towards the end, so we'll hope that that's true for me. But I am planning on eating dates for these last 4 weeks. If you haven't read anything about dates and pregnancy, it's kind of amazing what all it can do for you in labor. Women who ate 6 dates a day for their last 4 weeks of pregnancy were less likely to be induced, they were like 1.5 centimeters more dilated when they went into the hospital. And if they did have to be induced, it was more likely to be successful, and their first phase of labor was a lot shorter. So I'm all about all those things. So I'm eating dates. I might not eat 6 every day. I'm planning on eating 1 with every meal and then another one as a snack. So maybe 4 dates. They have a lot of sugar, and that's what I'm concerned about with weight gain, is all the sugar. So I'm trying to make sure I eat them with a protein and a fat to slow down that sugar absorption. And all those things are already going to be easier as a second-time mom than a first-time mom. So I might not even need to be doing it, but I would really like to not be induced. I would really like to not go 10 days over. So we're trying it. That's about it for my symptoms this week, but before we take a look at the bump, I want to make sure I ask you guys if you have any questions. If you do have any questions about the kind of birth I'm going for, or what kind of setup we're doing with his bed and stuff like that, I don't know what you guys want to know. Let me know down in the comments below, and I would love to answer them for you in the next video. The bump on my last day of being 35 weeks pregnant. My sweater probably makes it look bulkier. There it is. Little boy. Now let's take a look at the bump. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. That's it for this update. I'm so pleased with myself that I'm getting it out on time. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!